that's co-op that they have for gold. I have it, it's good. If you get it, I'll play it with you. Ow, shit. All single player game. They did add the new DLC for free on Game Pass for State of Decay 2, and me and Ryan have been playing it for the last week. Yeah. He's been on consistently for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, he's always listed as offline, but he's on, normally. He'll just join your party whenever he's really online. Unless you're in a party with other people. I think that's just kind of how he goes. Let's see. I think I haven't installed. Let's see. King Boromir has been slain. The once and peaceful kingdom of Faerûl is being corrupted by wild chaos energy and ravaged by monsters and bandits. The grieving queen Rosamond, this is some fucking gay shit, has called Faerûl's ordinary citizens to search the land for the king's murderer and the source of the chaos. The tale now begins in the Guardian Forest, where there have been rumors of suspicious activity and sinister strangers in the woods. These three jackasses are on an adventure. Let's see. So what have you been up to lately, Eric? I said, so what have you been up to lately? How long did you work at that one before you had the asthma attack? I said, how long were you working for the one before you had your asthma attack? Bryce has been making pretty good money lately. Oh, he works for fucking PTCI. Mm-hmm. We've been here. Yeah. Yeah, but I think he might have another shot at it. That's also true. Not a whole lot. Or actually, I have quite a bit, but not like a whole lot of co-op. This game's fucking weird. A little bit. I was doing both, but I still a little bit, vape a little bit. Oh, when I worked at Lowe's, I knew the fucking distributor, so I get that shit for it's fun. Well, nicotine buzz is basically like they have had so much nicotine that it... Yeah. No, you didn't. That's actually kind of cool. Well, I fucking lose. Game sucks. First party wipe. So does it just want me to die? I'm confused. This game's like brutally difficult. I'm like, I'll play it on normal. Try that shit out again. So maybe if I use my party more effectively, I won't die like a bitch. Try this shit out. Yes. Oh, there we go. So, how much money do you have saved up for college? I thought you were gonna go up to fucking... I thought you were gonna do that somewhere else. he doing? Yeah. Ambush. Alright. I believe today's Thursday, isn't it? Alright. How long have you been with this one? To be fair, I'm pretty sure the only reason you and Brisedo were together was just because, you know. Yeah. 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 Mary was a bit of a bad decision. I warned you on that one. How did that end? I'm curious. She lost feelings? Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, the one I offered a job and ghosted me. I'm still pissed about that, by the way. Like, if you're not into it, just fucking tell me. Don't fucking lie. Like Brody's like, oh, I really need this job, and Brody's girlfriend's like, you should fucking do it, and he's like, I'll do it, and then he fucking chicken shit it out, and I'm like, thanks, because like he put me on the spot, and I'm like, you fucker. I was generally mad at him. That's why it's your fucking graduation. I was just sitting there and I was like, I'm fucking mad at you, Brody. Over what? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Why? Ah. Fair enough. And you hang out with that kid. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Your fucking grandma said she loved her and stuff. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Who can relate me? Interesting. See that it's people like that that pretty much give like illegals a bad name and a bad rap. And that like the whole ordeal is really fucking stupid. I, I think he's a fucking racist fuck, and I think he's doing good things for like the agriculture industry and the steel industry, but and military. But like, even though he's revitalizing the steel industry in America for the fucking wall, it's still fucked misguided, and it's wasting more money than it's bringing in to us. He's hurting our trade system, and other countries don't want to trade with us anymore because he's a racist fuck. He's a fucking joke. honestly. I kind of do too. No. Give millions of guns to the cartel thinking he could track them, only realizing, oh, they can scratch off the numbers? He fucked up. I'm just gonna say it now. It's like... I know, but it's like, it's because they found out about him during his presidency, you know what I mean? Like, convenience. Like, you can't... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stranger shit's happened. Hmm. No, yeah, I don't know if I gotta tell you this, but basically, like, I know I told you, like, I got death threats at work. Um, so basically, we, like, had a manager walk out on us whenever I started working for, like, the first 2 weeks. And, she was, like, lazy as shit, and she wanted me to do all her work for her, and then she just was like, well, even though I'm not doing anything, this is too hard for me, I'm gonna leave. And I'm like, wow, you're a dumb cat. And then the next lady who took over was a lady who went to school with your dad and my dad, who was a crack whore back in high school. Misty something. I think she was married to Talbert at one point. Yeah, I know. She's fucking insane. I know. Her own kids don't fucking like her. But basically, yeah, she's fucking nasty. Probably, she was fucking gross. Um, the guy who got with her and had kids with her got with her because she was his rebound chick after he got a divorce. And then she ended up having twins and then 2 other kids, I think. I think she's got like 3 or 4 kids. But basically what had happened was is you, like, I don't know, you've worked for like Zippies and stuff, right? Yeah, well, no, not so much about Zippies and that. Did you guys ever do like gift cards and shit and sell those at Zippies? Well, you know how like if you work at a grocery store or a general store or a gas station, you can't run cards through the phone. Like if someone calls in and they're like, do this and here's the card number, because they can just steal. Well, basically, it's an immediate fire. Oh, Jesus. Well, it's an immediate fire if you do that at any of those locations. So she ran 3 cards for a sum total of $522 and lost it. And what had happened was, yeah, it gets worse. So, like, everyone was like, oh, she lost her job. And I was like, we can't say she lost her job. And technically she hasn't yet. So, like, just bear with it and see what happens. No, money was definitely stolen because the dude tricked her into running cards over the phone. No, it's not out of the safe. It's all electronic. It's all electronic. But she still lost the company like $522. So she was sent home under an investigation until they could clear shit up. And she had a chance to come back and keep her job. And like I was the only one who was actually nice to her, even though she's a fucking psycho bitch. And like, dude, she pulled a bunch of crazy shit on me in the past, but I just fucking ignored it, you know. I've got pretty thick skin. Well, basically, Mondays and Tuesdays is when she worked. So I was working Mondays and Tuesday, and I was like, hey, I was working on Monday, and a bunch of people called for her, and I'm like, hey, all your friends are calling for you, and I've basically been telling them the one professional thing. I said, you're not here right now. I don't know when you'll get back. It could be a little bit, could be a while. I'll take a message. That's exactly what I said, word for word. And I guess I told her son that was one of the like 7 or 6 callers that day, and her son immediately knew that like she might have lost her fucking job, and like her kids already don't fucking like her. So instead of realizing, hey, I fucked up and I nearly lost my job, but this guy's not being a dick, I'm just a fuck up, she blamed everything on me and then like threatened my job when she was at home at the time nearly losing hers. And then she threatened me at the store, and then she threatened another employee, and then threatened the other employees' jobs, and the district manager just was like, yeah, no, fuck you. I told the district manager, like, I sent him a bunch of shit. I'm like, here's all the fucking crazy shit she's done to me in the past. I'm like, she's coming to my fucking house. She's lost her fucking mind on my doorsteps. Like, one time she was, like, fucking crying, bawling, screaming, and spitting in my face, and told me to come into work early. And then I did come into work early, and she was perfectly fine when I got there, and then she left. And I'm just like, she would take, like, 3 days a week off, where she would go into work, and she'd be like, my tummy hurts. I feel stressed. I have a headache. And I would work like fucking 60 hours a week, non-fucking stop. And I hated it. Like, I didn't even get to enjoy my days off. And then she hired like 2 other druggos, and we're slowly trying to weed them out. She basically fucked everything. Like, she made the store worse. She never punished anybody for anything. So like, but like Becca and her were friends, and I told Becca, I'm like, this is the crazy shit she pulled. If she comes in the fucking store, you call the fucking cops. Becca's like, all this over that? And I'm like, no, she fucking threatened me. And when she threatened me, I basically messaged the DM, and I'm like, here's all this shit I have on her. Fuck this bitch. I'm like, you could be an asshole to me. You could do whatever the fuck you want, but the moment you threaten me and threaten my job, fuck you. And I was like, she could have had a chance to have her job back, but she fucked that. And I'm like, dude, you don't fuck with me. I was really pissed, because I'm the nicest person you know till you fuck me over, and then I'm your worst fucking nightmare. And she learned that pretty fucking fast, and she's a fucking idiot. So she basically lost her fucking job for all that shit and a bunch of other stuff. So like, she's just a dumb bitch. And yeah, it's, oh, I know. And the worst part is like, I hate working with druggos. And like, I've just, my problem is like when I was at Love's and shit, like I had to deal with druggies and dipshits. I get it. But it was just, I was just like, I'm not fucking dealing with this shit anymore. And I was just like, I'm done. And I just fucked her over. And I was the only one who was actually fucking nice to her. And I was just like, you burned every fucking bridge you had, dumbass. And and then fucking the other day I was driving to work and Sean pulls me over because Bryce told everyone before I could tell everyone, which made shit worse. And so he told Grandma and Grandpa and Sean that she was gonna pull a knife on me and shit. And I said no, but that was a concern. And like my grandparents freaked out. My grandpa goes, he's like, why didn't you tell me? Are you mad at me? Do you not love me? And I just go, God fucking damn it. I'm like, thanks, Bryce. Fucking prick. And yeah, it was just basically a bunch of bullshit. It just... And like, I guess she's fucking nuts. Like her own kids don't like her and a bunch of other shit. And like, it's just a shitty ordeal. And then like, I was like, dude, my grandma had a heart attack. And I'm not risking the chance of you coming to my fucking house and literally scaring her to death. So like, I told the district manager and I was like, here's all the shit you need, fire this bitch. And he did. And I was like, you know, it's funny, I was one of the few people vouching for her. And then she goes and pulls this shit on me. And like, talk about fucking stupid. Like, you can be no fucking dumber than that. Like, the one person who is helping you and you're like, fuck you, it's all your fault I lost my job, not because I'm a giant fucking dumbass. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. And like, my dad warned me, he's like, yeah, she's got fucking problems. And I didn't know how bad it was until like dealing with that shit. And then it was like, oh, well, I guess that's how bad it is. And like, it was just a shitty situation, and I'm still pissed off about it. Like, I was like, you fucking work and then you get death threats. Like, that's fucking stupid. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's like you didn't work for it. You gotta hand it to you, basically. And like, it's not. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, watch your language, but I get what you mean. Um, yeah, no, I get the analogy, but I mean, I, f- I feel like it makes it more, you know, but no, it's just. I mean, I had to work for fucking Seaboard. That shit was fucking god awful. I fucking hated it. Yeah, because that back then they actually had to treat their workers. Oh yeah. And it. What? No, well, not to mention like a big example. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, but but you can't just do it off of printing money, dude. There's inflation. Um, the way it's handled actually is right now there's actually a pretty decent system put in place, but it's not because of the government as a whole, it's local. So if you notice like how like Brahms, the local McDonald's, and all the grocery stores pay like fucking $11 an hour now. Uh, yeah, Briseda makes like fucking $11 an hour. Briseda makes 11 an hour, dude. You start off at like $11 an hour there. You start off at $11 an hour at fucking Brahms, and they pay less than fucking McDonald's, dude. Um, and grocery stores will start you off at 12. And like the only place in town, like one thing that really fucks me is like I don't make fucking more than $9 an hour, and I'm a fucking manager. And I'm the only place in town that it's like that, which is bullshit. So it's one of those things. It's like it's called the cost of living. It's called the cost of living, like inflation, where it's like, hey, they'll pay you a little extra an hour, so that way you're not concerned of starving to death. But other than that, it's just basically all that shit. But no, like local towns and stuff will do that. Cities don't fucking care. So we live in local areas, and local areas will do it pretty good. The only way you can really get it in cities is if you're like working for a high-end corporation that actually does it like regularly anyway. So I mean, there are ways around it. You can't just print money because money is based off of trust. And like, yeah, but if you print more, it's worth less too. You'll just devalue the dollar. So it's like, hey, great, I make $10 an hour. Oh, a stick of gum is $3? Fuck me. Like, it's fucking stupid. So like, doing it that way would just fuck you royally. So, the economy's a bit more complex than how you described, but I kind of get where you're coming from. We should work on circulation, but like you can't just do it with just the money. You have to have different things embedded in. Like you have to be like, oh, it's not just money. It's like, oh, hey, here, it's this, and sell. But no, that's basically how the system works. And like local and state governments can use it differently. So like your local government could be fucking amazing, but your state government could fucking tell you to die in a hole. But also like certain jobs that require some skills of the trade, those themselves pay way better. So there's a bit of a blend of all that shit, so it's not all bad. A lot of the stuff we need to work on is like one big concern of mine that pisses me off is we have Social Security. It is too easy for people to get Social Security checks and all that shit, and I think we should set the age to a higher amount, because it's based off of the end of lifespan in the 1940s where people could barely live to the 60s and 70s. It is based on that, meaning that people in their 80s and 90s, or 70s and 80s would get it in our generation, but it's still 60s and 70s. That is 20 years difference of us helping them out. Not to mention it's easy for people with low incomes to cheat the fucking system. So that's not helping it either. And we don't fucking regulate it, so it's not like, hey, this fucking asshole who's poor as shit keeps having fucking kids and cheating the system. It's like, we should force that motherfucker's wife on birth control if he's not fucking married and he's having fucking kids, and fucking take everything he has and give it to his kids, because fuck him. There needs to be systems in place, but we just haven't fucking done it. The entire Social Security and agricultural methods and everything like that really provide a backbone for our nation haven't changed since 1940, dude. Our grandparents were kids when that shit happened, like, and it still hasn't fucking changed. Human beings and economies progress, and we've still got the oldest fucking system. So I'm not the biggest fan of it, personally. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Personally. And, yeah. I think that, like, shit should get itself in order and we should fucking try to do stuff. But, like, we put money into dumb shit. Another thing is like, I'm gonna say it right now. You know why weed is illegal, right, Eric? You tell me the reason. Give me the stupid version. Why is weed illegal, Eric? In one sentence. No. Tell me why it's illegal. Tell me why it's illegal. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you know why they made those commercials and why that guy did it? Uh, here, I'll give you the reason he did it and the reason that they did that campaign. Because you're like, you're focusing on the aspects, but you're not focusing on the backbone of it. You know what I mean? It basically, as you said, weed can be used for clothes. Weed can also be used for rope and timber and a few other things, and could be a conflict to what, Eric? American businesses. So, American businesses fueled the campaign because they were worried that it would be an obstacle and diminish the timber industry. So some jackass pulled all that shit and fucked it for everyone. Yeah, and he fucked it for everyone. So basically, it's because it was because it was a rival for timber. Yeah, it was because it was a rival for timber, and that is the reason it's illegal, not because it's a drug. So, I don't agree with the fact that it's illegal. Also, the states that have legalized it have made so much money off of fucking taxing it that they don't have to fucking pull money from the fucking government or citizens for taxes to fucking repair roads. They literally use pot to repair potholes. like they're using that shit right. No shit, but yeah. It was made of hemp. Yeah. Yeah. Also, they act like he specifically held it knowing like that shit would happen. No, he had like a way to hold it so that way if it did get struck by lightning, he wouldn't get fucking shocked. Like, it's over exaggerated. The answer is no, because modern medicine back in that day would not have been able to fucking repair the damage that would have done. Then he wouldn't have been able to sleep with all his sweet black maids. Yeah, it's funny because like he did everything that moves, but history won't tell you about that. Yeah, back then you could fucking marry 12-year-olds. We'll see. The difference is we're not traditional. Because traditions are fucked. White people. Yeah, because your dad and my dad both don't know Spanish. I used to know it when I was little. Your dad looks pretty fucking white. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, because of that culture, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not the biggest fan of that culture anyway, just because, like, I don't agree with it. Especially just because, like, my grandpa might not have handled it the best way. Oh, fuck yeah, he knows, like, 4 different versions of Spanish. That motherfucker probably knows the most Spanish out of everybody because he knows like 4 different versions. He knows the Mennonite version. He knows a bunch of them because of the workers he's had. And like different areas speak different versions. Yeah, no, Richard knows quite a bit of it. We're like 3rd cousins, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they used to do that shit all the time. Like Grandpa Richard used to have like shit in his backyard that he used to kill. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're at the point now where I don't think a whole lot of us really, like, give a shit, you know what I mean? Not like, you know, fuck it, but, like, definitely, like, hey, we're aware of it, but, like, you don't really... Yeah, but I mean that sometimes it creates something new, and sometimes it doesn't really create much of anything at all. Like, we don't blend our cultures. We don't really even have one. That's the thing that's happened with us. We never blended because meh. Well, I mean, it sucks for us because we're mixed, so like we get treated like shit by both sides. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it means you're like the reverse dialect. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's been a thing for a while too. No. Not exactly running, but like they're slowly taking over, especially in like population wise. Rest my party. Yeah, no, it's interesting to say the least. And like I do think it's like really kind of neat for us, but it also kind of sucks because like we're mixed, so like both sides just kind of hate us a little bit. Yeah, so it's always a pain in the ass, especially with like a really racist white person treating us like shit, which happens a lot, especially where we're from. I Hmm. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I think Becca knows who he is. I think Becca knows who your dad's dad is. Well, I think Grandpa Richard knows who he is too, and I think my dad does too. Yeah, I know that. Well, I mean on both sides. My mom's and my dad's side of the family. We've got a lot of Native American on one end or the other. It's rather interesting. Damn, I didn't know this dungeons were so fucking long. This game is hard as shit. Cuphead? Oh yeah, it's good. I beat it. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I think they're fixing to add the DLC for that. I don't know if they have or not. Like it had, I think it had an expansion or two. Alright. Alright. Later, cousin. Alright. Later, bud. This game is so fucking weird. You don't keep any of your progress. It's almost like, hey, every run's a new game, but you don't get anything for even playing. You're not rewarded for it. A little hardcore. I'd have to like put a lot of fucking thought process into it. It's like tabletop D&D, but somehow shittier. I don't know. Bit of a mixed bag for me. I know Josiah played it, and yeah, that was my cousin Eric. I haven't talked to him in a bit, so I might have some streams ahead in the future with him. Don't know. I think I'm gonna